Dear colleagues, experts, participants, everyone online, we've been exchanging for 2 days with local community representatives as to how to create a project proposal, how to cater for business interests and that of vulnerable group, how to look after digital need of community members. And this has been done in collaboration with European experts who shared their abundant experience. We also had parallel sessions for you to ask experts. And now it's time to draw the line behind these 2 dates, and I invite to this talk Bastian Veigel. You lead with Europe Program Director from GSZ. Dear Bastian, we've got 2 days of very interesting discussions involving top-level government officials, successful community representatives, European experts. We were able to see the projects that already got their financing and heard ideas of projects that can become bankable. For me, particularly, the key result of these 2 days of the conference is the multitude of useful ideas we've heard from across Ukraine and Europe. What are your takeaways from this conference?
First of all, I would like to congratulate to all the participants that were accompanying us during the conference these 2 days. There were more than 300 participants on average following the discussions. This is a very solid proof that this topic of the conference was relevant and interesting. In these COVID times, this is a great achievement, and in the name of You Lead with Europe and its donors, the European Union and its member states, Germany, Poland, Sweden, Denmark, Estonia and Slovenia, I would like to thank you all for that. Secondly, I would like to express my gratitude to all the speakers of this year's International Expert Exchange. This year we had renowned speakers from 5 different countries, and their inputs were both very qualified and highly relevant for the upcoming challenges of decentralization in Ukraine. We must be aware that You Lead with Europe has implemented a rather challenging conference program with 4 sector-related panel discussions, 1 keynote, 1 international discussion, 12 Ask the Expert exchange meetings, plus the marketplace, with 32 proposals for local development projects of regional significance. By that, I believe that our speakers have shown what making the reform work means for us in practice. Coming back to your original question, everything relevant for municipalities at this conference is going to give us, so You Lead with Europe, a clear signal where our further support may be most needed. Also in the future, we will support project-based, bottom-up initiatives, strengthen administrative capacities of municipalities, and try to bring dialogue between citizens to the most sustainable level. Above all, here are 2 key topics greatly discussed at this year's conference. And I would like to stress especially social inclusion and digital transformation. I believe that municipal investment projects dealing with social inclusion are strengthening relations among citizens and make municipalities stronger and more self-confident. In the same time, digital transformation on the local level is contributing to the quality of life of today's and future generations. Every community simply needs to invest in these 2 topics and activities in order not to leave anyone behind and to contribute to better well-being of its citizens. Of course, the most important is that we all have learned a lot about preparation and implementation of investment projects in municipalities. Closing the gap between available sources of finances on the one side and high-quality, ready-to-go investment projects will be one of the most important tasks which You Lead with Europe would like to support also in the future.
Thank you so much. Now a couple of words about the future. We do know that you lead with Europe has been here since 2016. That is, you've been supporting local initiatives for more than 5 years. What are your plans for the, say, coming 2 years?
Indeed, as already stated before, we move into a post-reform environment, meaning from making this reform happen to making the reform work. And there are 3 clusters of activities we are going to focus in the next period. We will, first of all, further focus on empowering Hromadas to confront local challenges. ULEAD's core work will remain focused on strengthening the capacities of all Hromadas of Ukraine through its 24 regional offices. Most capacity development measures will be based on our thematic support packages. As you could see during this conference, COVID-19 had a mobilizing impact, accelerating our internal digital transformation, which is not just a tool for us, but also has an effect on our formats. Secondly, we will continue our support to the Ukrainian government's efforts to guarantee and strengthen local self-government, as well as to review and clearly assign competences in line with the concept 333 and the relevant standards contained in the European Charter of Local Self-Government. This is very relevant due to upcoming pieces of relevant legislation, including constitutional amendments and the sensitive but very relevant discussion, such as the issue of legal personality of Hromadas or the allocation of personal income tax. Thirdly, with this international expert exchange, we have tried to show our support to increasing administrative capacities of Hromadas to prepare good investment projects. Here, further special training in the development of projects will be organized with much stronger focus on ensuring significance and size, high quality of preparation, and the inclusion of citizens. All project proposals will be assessed from a social inclusion and also a gender equality perspective. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of you all, I should like to thank the excellencies, the ministers and ambassadors, heads of Hromadas, experts from Ukraine and abroad, and all the other speakers and panel members. Their presence has been invaluable and without any doubt has helped make the event a great success. We also are thankful to all those who have been involved in the organization of the event. And we greatly appreciate the support we have received from our donors. And finally, of course, we cannot fail to thank our partners from the Ukrainian government. Firstly, the Ministry of Communities and Territories Development of Ukraine, and also the Ministry for Digital Transformation for their excellent cooperation and our partnership we highly value. ULEAD stands ready to support the Ukrainian government and Ukrainian Hromadas and citizens during these challenging times and exploring the opportunities to achieve results by taking initiative and understanding the own responsibility to develop something to improve our quality of life, as this is the essence of local self-government. So I wish all of you a good end of the year, happy and healthy holidays, and a good start into 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Veigel. And really, it's time, dear friends, to wrap up this event, again with big thanks to all the speakers, to participants of this Expert Exchange, You Lead with Europe 2021. Don't forget to visit the webpage of our event to check for keynotes from the 2 days, and you will be able also to see the 32 project that Mr. Veigel mentioned as selected within the scope of ULEAD. And also don't forget to follow the ULEAD page on Facebook, with hopes that we will meet next year. Goodbye.